Hello, I'm Brian, and I've just finished a 180-hour level 5 course with the TEFL Institute of Ireland. So just doing a quick video to go through my experience with the TEFL Institute and basically why I think that you should consider them as your TEFL provider of choice. And I give you a list of reasons in this, and I do save what I think is the most important reason to the end. So make sure to watch through to the end of the video if you wanna hear about that. So firstly, why did I choose the TEFL Institute of Ireland in the first place? Well, I had been shopping around a little bit for TEFL courses, and one of the things that I wanted was an Ofqual certified, accredited provider, which the TEFL Institute of Ireland were. That was very important because the industry of TEFL certificates it's not regulated, so technically anyone could throw up a course and try to sell it. Whereas with the Ofqual qualification that the TEFL Institute have, it means that it is regulated, the quality is assured, and that it's more internationally recognized for that reason. So that was very important for me. And I ended up going with it was a 310-hour course package I bought. So there was the meat and bones, which was the 180-hour level 5 course, but then also there was 4 other additional courses, plus a 10-hour practical teaching course as well on the top of that. And then the next reason basically was that as far as pricing was concerned, I couldn't find another competitor to get as much basically bang for buck. If I found something similar price, I got nowhere near as much content as I was getting with the TEFL Institute. Or if I wanted to get that amount of content, I was looking at a significantly higher price. And also the TEFL Institute do sales on a regular, it seems to be on a regular basis. So I got mine on a particular sale. So my whole course in total came to only about 400 euros. Whereas if I were to get that same amount of content elsewhere, I'd easily be looking at double or triple that. So that's, look out for those sales because they do them. So moving on, that's why I initially chose the TEFL Institute. So a little bit more about the actual content, which did not disappoint. I had a little bit of teaching experience in Japan previously, so I kind of knew what I was looking for, and I definitely found very, very useful information in the courses that I did. So it was very in-depth. It gave you a very broad understanding of how the English language developed to begin with, and then it broke it down into, I believe it was 11 modules, each going into in-depth different parts of the English language that you would need if you were to go somewhere in the world and teach. So definitely full marks for content on that one, definitely very in-depth. And as it's a level 5 course, there was tests at the end of each module, and there was a written part which then is sent off to be marked at the end. So it's not just all multiple choice. So I like that part because that meant that if it's a little bit more, you have to put a little bit more effort in, a little bit more difficult. It tends to make the qualification mean a bit more. So I definitely like that part about it. Another big plus would be the staff who work at the TEFL Institute. I found all of them very pleasant to deal with. They were very helpful. They definitely did their best to answer any queries or issues I had. All of them, pretty much that I spoke to anyway, have experience teaching abroad, either as their own business, teaching online, or have taught in various other countries around the world. So very knowledgeable, very great knowledge base for if you're looking at a particular country to go to, or you're not sure, you have some questions, you're like, I'm weighing up these two places. There's a wealth of knowledge there that they can share with you to help you come to a conclusion of where you would like to go. They also have throughout your course, they have online tutors. So you have a tutor assigned to you effectively, that you can email on throughout the course if you have questions, if you're having issues with one of the modules, or even if you just want clarification on some of the questions. They're available. And then also they have a weekly 1 hour Zoom call on a Tuesday, I believe, that you can attend. And that is where you can live in person ask questions and get a bit of feedback on maybe if you have an issue with a question or something, or even if you just want to go along, if you're new to the course and you just want to see what questions other people have. That's something I did very early on and find that very beneficial, because I figured, well, if they're having these questions when they're doing the course, I'm probably going to run into similar issues. So I thought the hour-long tutor sessions were very useful, that I would pop into them even if I didn't have a particular question, just to see what might come up in that. And then the last point I would make, which I think is arguably the most important, is that the reason you're doing a TEFL is probably to get a job, or you're in a job and you want to try to increase your prospects for the future. And that is for me, the internships that they have on offer at the TEFL Institute are global. So I think right now, like, there's ones for France, Italy, Thailand, Taiwan, South Korea. So I'd say that's probably the biggest reason, as you can literally get in contact with them, see a course that you like, or see a country that you want to move to. If they have an internship available, you can apply, and then provided you meet the criteria, and then they have a package, so you can apply and then get your TEFL through them during the application process. So provided obviously you complete the course on time, you then will be qualified, and they have you don't have to worry about visas and searching for schools and dealing with that. That's all taken care of them by them at the TEFL Institute. And as someone who's moved continents 3 times now, it's to have someone who's there to help you out with your paperwork, who's in contact, who's good relationships with the schools. That is invaluable. There's a lot of times that can come in very handy. So that is one of the biggest reasons I would go with the TEFL Institute of Ireland. It is very, very difficult to put a price on having that sort of system set up, where if you contacted them today, in 3 or 4 months, you could be in another country with them having secured you a job, obviously if you meet the criteria and all that. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I think they're definitely glad that I stumbled across them on my search and that I eventually went with them. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope that helps out. If you're watching this, depending where, if you're on YouTube, you throw some comments down below. I'm pretty sure someone from the TEFL Institute, or if I'm watching it myself, I can get back to you with some questions, some answers on that. So thank you very much, and I hope that you find whatever you're looking for in your TEFL journey.